gears on this one. It is the best price that we've ever offered. I will tell you, my notes say that our price, the price that's reflected on the screen is even lower than what my cards say. Oh my gosh. So I am telling you, it's a deal of all deals. And if you would love to order it, you're more than welcome. We can guarantee delivery by Christmas and enjoy the 5 flex pay. $20 plus shipping and tax, and it's all yours. And if you spend more than $75 by using your HSN card today, you can actually save an additional $15. So, and you can use that as many times as you want. That's another great way to buy this blender. I would. Use your HSN card, use that code, and then you get $15 off. Okay, where do we go, guys? Hold on, Jarrett, my earpieces come out, so I can't hear you. Can you hear them, Marion?
Peppermint. The peppermint.
Oh, we're going back to our today's special. Excellent. Let's walk over, and let's get started with our best buy of the day. Well, we are offering to you our Wolfgang Puck 2-pack of our adjustable stainless steel spice mills. They are so incredible. Not only are they beautiful to look at, but they are the perfect gift to give. This is our big last-minute Christmas gift visit, and everything that we're showing you in today's show, we can guarantee delivery by Christmas. My name is Marlo Smith. Ordinarily, Wolfgang Puck would be here, but I don't know if you've heard, unfortunately, Wolfgang Puck lost his sister. And so our hearts go out to Wolfgang Puck and his entire family, and our heart breaks for him. But Marion Getz is here to step in for Wolfgang because he couldn't be here. And this is an opportunity for you to be able to buy his incredible Today's Special. You know he would have wanted to be here, and this is his biggest gift show of the year. We're offering to you his famous spice mills. Almost 900,000 of these spice mills have been sold over the years. We have the set of 2 that you're getting. We're including, of course, 2 of the gift boxes, and we have the most beautiful colors that I'd like to walk you through. So we have it available in the set of 2 in red. We have also the set of 2 in the silver choice. This color we're actually calling our metallic pink. Next to the metallic pink is our pretty rose gold. And then we have the copper choice, and then we also have the blue choice. These are available for you today at $24.95. They're on 5 credit card payments of $4.99. More than 20,000 of you have ordered them on the day. And of course, Marion Getz, our right-hand gal. Wolfgang Puck is here with us. Thank you so much for being here. You've done such a wonderful job today.
I'm so honored. You know, he's trained me for 21 years now, and I feel so lucky to have this job. But I'm glad that we're able to show this to you when he can't be here. Thank you all for your purchase and for supporting Wolfgang while he's with his family. I can only imagine the stories that he's telling, being the oldest, about his sister. All those wonderful stories from growing up, because you know how funny he is. And I'm sure it's very, maybe tears and probably lots of laughter and some spicy language, because you know how he is.
He sure is.
Thank you.
And you guys have been so wonderful today and showing so much love for Wolfgang, and we feel the same way. And you know, if you've tried his spice mills, if you've purchased them over the years, you know how beautiful they are. Not only the richness and the feel of each of them, and remember you're getting them, you're getting 2 of them, but just all of the elements, like the ceramic parts in the inside, the light, the coarse and the fine grinding that you can do. We're gonna walk you through it, but come on in, final few hours on the day. These are the perfect last minute holiday gifts, and we can guarantee delivery by Christmas. So Marion, you're showing us how we're gonna be able to easily adjust it, right?
Absolutely. So from the coarsest to really, really fine. Coarse would be perfect on a steak where you want that nice crunch. Or maybe it's some cheese or something, like on the Parmesan cheese. But then finer is great when you want a more subtle taste, not quite so much bite or heat. But the freshness is really what it's all about. And of course, it's Wolfgang Puck. He has done these so many years in a row now, and you buy them like crazy because they're now collector items. He makes a different little design every year, and then he always adds the new colors, which makes us crazy. And every year, I say the same thing as you do. I've got to get them because they're such great gifts. Oh, and I want one for myself too.
No, it's so true. You know, I was just thinking, if you're in the mall and they have some famous, you know, beautiful stores, especially that sell cookware and beautiful things, if I saw one of these in the mall, I would think that you'd pay the $24 just for the one. You're getting that ×2, plus we're including the individual gift boxes. That's $12.50 per gift to be able to give. Who on your holiday list have you not had a chance to buy a gift for? This is so great. It's gender neutral. It's a perfect all family gift. I love this new color that we're calling the metallic pink.
It's so pretty.
And you said Wolfgang made that one for you.
He said he did. He said he called it Princess Pink because he calls me Princess when he's really happy with me. Most of the time he calls me Marianne, and he's asked me to legally change my name because he says he can't pronounce Marian, which is really what my name is. But I don't care. I adore him. I call him Wolf or Jefe. Jefe means boss in Spanish. But for 21 lucky years, that has been my boss.
Yes.
And he's the best.
He is indeed the best. If you'd like to order our today's special, let us know. On the day, the red has been the most popular. That makes sense because it's Christmas. But I was saying last hour, because we only offer the Spice Mills as a today's special only one time of year, think about all of the occasions that are happening in your life over the next couple of weeks. Is there a wedding? Is there a housewarming gift? These make for perfect hostess gifts. A good bottle of wine is going to cost you about $20 anyway. These will last far longer than any great bottle of wine. So if you'd love to buy them, they do require 6 AAA batteries. The batteries are not included, so you'll have to provide those. But what a gift. Come on in, shop with us today for our today's special. You're gonna be in great company. Believe it or not, one of the colors is already sold out. The gunmetal is completely gone. We do have, I think, some of the prettiest colors still remaining in the metallic red, the silver. If you want that pretty pink, that's called the metallic pink. We have a rose gold, a copper, and we also have them in the blue. So what's this in your hand, Marian? Show that to us.
You know what? This is a cover for it because so many of you told Wolfgang when you were done grinding, because it's the nature of something that has a burr like that, to hold on to little bits that haven't gone all the way through the grinder yet, and then you set it down and you bang it, you can see that little bits of pepper come out or whatever's in there, and that can make you sad when you've just maybe wiped down your dining room table and this is still on there and you're like, ah, I don't really want that, because now you feel like you need to clean, right? That's how we are. We want our kitchen to be really nice and clean. So it's a cover to stop that from happening. That came about because you asked for it, and I love Wolfgang because he listens to you, and that's how these pepper mills still keep coming back with all the upgrades that are because of you.
No, I think they're terrific. I love them. I think you're gonna fall in love. Let us know which colors that you love and how many you want. Let's show you what we have in mind.
Oh my gosh, look at that clear cylinder so you know exactly how much spice. There's the cover we were just talking about, followed by the ceramic gear. Ceramic is important because if you're doing salt, it's corrosive, so you wouldn't want metal there. But it's a single button that you push to dispense as much or as little spice or pepper salt that you want. You're gonna control the coarseness or the fineness just by turning that little gear. It is lighted on the bottom with the cutest little LED light, and then look, you see the peppercorns going in? That's because Wolfgang gave you an oversized opening that's so simple to fill. It's even beveled downward, kind of like a funnel, so it's a breeze to fill. He really thought of everything. This one does not disappoint. The batteries that we were talking about, Marlo, I cook almost every single day at home because my weight is better when I cook at home. But you know that they last me for about a year. So, and I know so many of you have that same story where you love them. They do all of that for you. And all the gifts that Greg and I purchased from Wolfgang from here to give, I don't think any have gotten as much feedback where people are just blown away and say, oh my gosh, the pepper mill.
Yes,
it's this.
yes.
Yeah.
If you'd like to have them, let us know. Hey, Greg.
I finally got something to say.
Oh, cool. And I gotta let everybody know who Greg is. Greg happens to be Marian's husband. And so we love that you're here today. What do you have to say?
36 years she put up with me. You know,
Aww.
if you spend a lot of time in the wood shop or your workshop like I do, whether it's guys or the gals, and if I needed a tool and it was under 50 bucks, Marian would say, well, just go buy it.
Yes.
Because you need that tool to finish the job.
Yeah.
You need this tool in the kitchen.
That's true.
You know, even if you just got one or two, or if you spent $100, you just got 6 gifts, 6 tools for people that need excellent tools in the kitchen.
Yeah, because we're always gonna,
You never have enough tools.
No, you can't, especially,
never have.
right, and that's Wolfgang. His whole point in being here, right, is that he's always wanted us to be able to mimic that restaurant experience. He wants us to be as great of a cook as he is, and these are the types of tools. So I love what you said,
Absolutely.
right? Give yourself permission to buy it.
There you go.
Right, give yourself the permission. We only do it one time a year. We have it available for $5 on any major, I know, so it's, not only are they super affordable.
It's checking off all the boxes, right?
Right, it's checking off all the boxes. You get them ×2. You get 2 of everything, 2 of the gift boxes, 2 of the spice mills, and then you've got the prettiest, most gorgeous palette of colors to choose from. So whether it's the red that you love, or the silver, or that beautiful metallic pink, look at the rose gold. I think that's also really beautiful. I think about, you know, especially when I'm looking at the pink, I think about all the young women. You've got grandchildren and nieces and daughters that have their own apartment and their own homes and their own condos. This would be beautiful for them. Or maybe you love pink. We have the copper, which is very expensive looking. Look at how absolutely beautiful. Great boss's gift, great executive gift to be able to give. And then we also have the blue. So, and we give you the gift boxes to go along with it. One day only. So easy to place an order with us, whether you're calling our toll-free 800 number, going online to hsn.com, or shopping by remote. We are just a little over a week away from Christmas. And what's terrific is that we can guarantee delivery by Christmas. So let us take away all of the holiday stress by sending these to you. If you need us to send this to another address in another city or state, we can do that for you. It's called Delivery Direct. We actually offer it year-round, but it especially comes in handy on the heels of Christmas because you don't have time to have it shipped to you and then shipped to someone else. We can get it to any friend or any relative before Christmas if you're ordering today, and today's the only day that you can pick this up. I'd like for you to take us on a little tour because not all of us have used Spice Mills.
And you know, it's so easy to use. I love that that cover protects from any little bits that are stuck up in the grinding mechanism from when you set it down, maybe with a little bump from falling out. That came about because you asked for this, so Wolfgang gave you that little protective cover. But it's so simple. You're gonna take fresh, beautiful whole spices or whole salt, put it in there, and then with the turn of this little dial right here, you control that grind, whether you want it super fine or maybe really extra coarse just by turning it all the way till it's tight is really, really fine. And then obviously when you go the other way, it's gonna get much more coarse. But there's even a little light in there, a little LED light. So if you are in a dimly lit room or you're dining by candlelight, which is so nice and romantic, you can still see the amount of spice that you're putting on your food. And if you're the kind of person that has used this as pepper, you're not alone. There are so many of them. Wolfgang says that his mom used the Austrian version of this in her house where it was this kind of pepper, and it's so old. He said when he was catering once, he looked in the cabinet and the pepper had gone out of date years and years and years before, so it just tastes like dust. And then this kind of salt, you know, I'm not really sure why that became the salt, but because it has iodine in it, which you can get from many other sources, the taste of that on your tongue is medicine. So that certainly wouldn't make your food taste any better. But just by doing freshly ground salt, maybe a great one like a Himalayan one, or Wolfgang has the beautiful smoked salt, or whatever one you choose, the coarser salt, sea salt, the taste is so clean and so pure and it makes your food pop. And by the same token, with pepper, when you do fresh pepper on your food, it's not just about bite or heat, and if those things you don't love, it's so much more than that. There's a beautiful floral essence that comes out of whole peppercorns when they're ground right now because the essential oils stay in each one of those little corns, where when they're ground, who knows how long ago, the taste is gone and what you're left with is just something dusty and awful that wouldn't make anything taste good. But you control that grind just by turning that dial. I love that you can see exactly how much spice is in there. This means you can see exactly when it's time to buy more. But one button, Marlo, it's crazy how easy it is to season your food perfectly when Wolfgang makes it so easy for you to elevate it through just the addition of something fresh.
And I love how you explained it so well, Marion, because for so many people that are thinking, well, why would I want that? Well, you want to elevate the taste of your foods. I mean, that's Wolfgang's sole purpose for coming here. You know that he owns restaurants all over the world and that he typically is catering to Hollywood's elites. He loves coming here to teach us how to make our foods taste better. That's why he's been a part of the HSN family for over 20 years. And you know that he would have been here today had he not had, of course, an issue in his family, a death in his family. So we are so thrilled to have you shopping with us. We're saying, let's make Wolfgang proud of us.
Yes.
I said to Marion, I said, all of us who love Wolfgang, and that's all of us, if you want to buy his spice mills, this is his today's special. He would have ordinarily been here. We've got to make him proud. So you have to buy his today's special because you know that he just would be so happy to know that his today's special that he had planned all year long to be here to present to you, that he can't be here, but you can still own it. And over 21,000 now that have been sold. And I just think it's so easy. You referenced that button. It's a nice large button, easy to press. So if you don't have a lot of strength in your hands or in your arms or dexterity, some of them you have to churn and turn. That can be very difficult.
And it's got the plastic grinder, so almost nothing comes out, and then it just quits working halfway through. But this is really where it's at, when it's just one button. You wait, when you give this as gifts or when you use it yourself, you wonder why you lived so long without it.
Yes.
And certainly Wolfgang is that way. In fact, he finds himself putting spice on things. And chefs do this. It's at the beginning that you season, in the middle, you taste as you go, and then at the end, before a dish goes out, it usually gets a final little something. If it's steak, it's usually really coarse salt, so you get that crunch that's so lovely, or a coarse grind of pepper, so you get that little pop of heat and that floral note that is in pepper. If you are wondering why I'm describing it as floral, maybe it's because you're still using this, like so many of us were taught by our busy moms or grandmas to use this, and that awful dusty spice was in the cabinet for so long.
Let's bump it up. Let's
you
take it to
can just
another
listen
level.
to Wolfgang. Yeah, that's
Remember, we are guaranteeing delivery by Christmas. Guaranteed delivery by Christmas. $5 on any major credit card, debit card, or PayPal, and we take them all. Buy more than one. We only do the spice mills on special one time of year. One day a year, and that's today. When you finish doing that, I want you to take us on a tour. We know that, so you'll have to provide the 6 AAA batteries, but will you show us where the batteries go?
Of course, let me show you one with one that's empty.
Absolutely.
So it's so easy to even do that. So if you follow me right here, there's a little arrow right here, and then right below it is an unlock and a lock symbol. So you're gonna turn towards unlock, and then this is the housing for the batteries right here. Just tip back, and this part pops off. Right here, you'll see that oversized opening for adding your spice, and it's kind of beveled downwards so the spices just go right in. If I turn it over, this cover came about because you asked for Wolfgang to give you a way for little bits of spice that are in the burr that are supposed to be there. That's just where they are until they pass through. So that the little bits don't come out on your table, on your countertop, wherever you store your meals. But this is that little dial that you're gonna turn. Tightening it makes the grind much more fine, and then opening it up makes it larger. So you're gonna choose. And then right there is a little LED light, so you're gonna even have what you're grinding your spices onto illuminated. I love his colors. This is the first time that he's done it with the little top that's a little wider. That's great because it lets you hold on to it, even in the kitchen where your hands are typically wet or oily or both. So he really did think of everything.
They are beautiful. I am telling you, I'm gonna buy a couple of them for myself and as gifts. I think they're beautiful. They really are. I mean, I can't imagine when you look at the amount of money of $24, $25 for something like this, for you to have just a more practical and more elegant gift to be able to give, and one that you can use virtually every day. Sprinkling a little salt and pepper on your eggs in the morning. Maybe it's a little fresh salad, you know, for lunch. And then of course for your dinner, you'll use these all the time. They're pretty enough to keep, I'm gonna keep mine just right on my stove in my kitchen, but even on your dining room table and in a dimly lit room with that light underneath, I'm telling you, you're gonna look like such a pro. I love what Marian's husband, Greg, said a little bit earlier. Give yourself permission to buy these. They're only here one day a year. It's all about having the right tools to be able to make all of the foods taste good. And this is just one of those important tools that we would use all the time. It just happens to be very, very elegant and really beautiful and come in gift boxes. If you want yours, $4.99 on any major credit card. If you're a new customer at HSN, it's easy to use FlexPay. FlexPay is instant and free, and then you just pay those interest-free payments over time. But we are just a week away from Christmas. It's next week. And so this is something that is a perfect last-minute gift. You're going to get 2 of them. You choose the color that you love. You ask about the FlexPay, or you just secure FlexPay if you're on hsn.com, and we'll get these out to you. We can ship them to any address that you love, but I mean, look at what you're gonna be able to do with these. I mean, I think it's incredible, I really do.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, I love what you've done here. It's so nice and fine if you want it fine. or if you want it a little bit more coarse, you just kind of adjust it underneath. Marianne, come here, Greg. You guys have had such a great day. Give me a hug.
Oh, I love you, my love.
If I don't see you, Merry
and thank
Christmas.
you for turning off the tears, really. You were so great to do that for Wolf.
Yes, and thank you, honey. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you both. And we want to certainly, again, send our love to Wolfgang and his entire family.
Yes.
We're going to leave the spice mills available for you as our today's special. Don't forget, that goes away tonight at midnight. And when are you guys back? 9?
9, yeah.
Okay, so they're coming back with another look at our today's special and more at 9 p.m. Stay tuned. More great gift ideas after this.
The List is your go-to guide for our favorite fashion and accessory finds of the week. We have the best styles handpicked just for you. Join us every Thursday night to see what made the list.
So glad you came.
Thank you. Harris, it's time to go.
One more game.
Ah, this stays here.
I'll be here when you come next time.
Okay.
All right, bye, sweetie.
Happy holidays! I love it.
You got time for a quick game?
Only if you like losing.
Discover a world of beauty like you've never seen before. Beauty Report is the insider's guide to getting gorgeous. Join me every Wednesday night for a beautiful new routine.
I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you. Thank you so much for watching HSN. My name is Marlo. We are in the kitchen this hour as we feature for you last-minute gifts that we can guarantee delivery by Christmas. There's not a bigger name in the kitchen, especially when it comes to knives, than Cuisinart here at HSN. And boy, do we have an incredible value for you, because we're going to give you a 14-piece ceramic-coated knife set that will include 5 knives, 5 sheaths. You're going to get 4 of the plastic cutting boards to go along with it. They're $24.95. They're on 5 credit card payments of $4.99. They come with the manufacturer's lifetime warranty, and you get to choose the color palette that works most beautiful for your home. So I am next to the pastel collection. That's called Farmhouse. To my left, in this beautiful black and white, that is our marble. That's my personal favorite. And if you look at the handles, you can see that they have a little bit of marbling on them. And then to my far right, you have the speckled design. This is actually the #1 best-selling set. It's in all black, and it has a little bit of speckling, and we call it speckled. Joining us for the presentation is the one and only Mark Gill.
Nice to see you.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas
Have
to
you
you.
been naughty or nice?
Yes.
Yes, that's really good. I'm gonna use that one.
Absolutely, I
So
have.
these are undoubtedly the best-selling knives here at HSN.
Well, and not only that, but one of the best-selling knives and knife configurations in live shopping history. And there's a reason why. And you know what? We're going to start with the name on the blade, and that's Cuisinart. If there's a better name in kitchen and household manufacturers, boy, I don't know it. Now, really quickly, you are going to get, and we'll touch on it in just a minute here, a set of 4 of these matching cutting boards that comes with each one of the knives, and they're individual, and they're meant to really accentuate the knives that you're going to get. They have a nice flex to them. They've got a little tack on the back so it sits on there. We'll get a little bit more into that later. But I want to talk about these knives and what makes these so darn popular. Now, in its heart, this is a stainless steel knife. That's the core. So when you hold this, from the contoured handle to the weight of the blade to the way it feels in your hand, it just feels right. It really does. That's where some of those 5-star ratings come from. But let's go beyond that, because what we've done on top of that stainless steel is we've coated it with ceramic, and that's what those colors are.
Yes.
That's why we're able to give it that lifetime guarantee. Ceramic's the same stuff that they put on the outside of the space shuttle to get everybody back home safe and sound. So if they're going to do that, I'm going to tell you something. It's probably pretty safe for your carrots. And now what I love about this is they've sharpened both sides of this blade. That means it's a double beveled edge. And I want you to watch this, okay? This to me is so impressive. I can't tell you, as the chef at home, how much I appreciate this kind of control with the knife that I'm using. And in just a second when I'm done this, we're gonna go walk through all these pieces. But I gotta tell you something. To be able to make contact lenses out of grapes on live TV and then switch to the everyday uses that we're gonna use these knives for, there's no wonder we're talking about hundreds of thousands sold, millions of individual knives, and this is the 8-inch chef's knife, and we are just on knife number 1.
And it's not difficult. It's not difficult to shop for a chef's knife alone and spend $24 for a chef's
Absolutely.
knife. And the fact that you're getting 5 of the most commonly used knives in your kitchen and the guards and the mats to go along with it, it's an incredible value. You've made it a customer pick. It also comes along with that manufacturer's limited lifetime warranty. I think it's a wonderful, last minute gift.
Well, here's what we've done. We've taken kind of all the reviews we've gotten from our customers over the last few years, and we've curated a set that is all the winning pieces. It's all the ones that everybody says they love, and we put that into one set for you. So we've got that Santoku knife, that really popular type of knife in the kitchen that I'm going to demonstrate next for you. We've got a utility knife for you that never needs sharpening. This one's really cool. This is our slicing knife, and by the way, that little sharpening word is kind of a neat cue. Whenever you see ceramic, you usually don't hear the word sharpen, but because ours are ceramic over stainless steel, one of the reasons that people love our knives is because you can sharpen them, and we'll get back to that in just a second as well.
I want to give an update for you. My producer is mentioning to me that the speckled is the #1 choice. That's no surprise. It typically is the most popular. This pretty pastel in the center is called Farmhouse, and then if you like the collection where you're getting, of course, this wonderful white, that's called Marbled. I should also mention that these are bow and go. They do come in a gift box. So with us being literally on the heels of Christmas, that's nice that you don't have to go searching around for a box, and that if you're going to be sending these to someone, that at least it does come in a nice presentation box. Yeah.
So now let's learn a little something about knives, okay? I'm holding up our Santoku knife, and I'm holding it in front of a Santoku knife that you might recognize as kind of a regular one. And they're usually recognizable by those little divots that are taken out all the way along the blade. What that does is it allows air between the blade and the food, so you don't have to worry about sticking. Remember, this is ceramic. One of the things that people love about ceramic is it will not stick. Now, you are going to get these little guards. This is great because then I don't have to ask you for 20 bucks for a knife block, and you don't have to ask, somebody you're gifting to go ahead and grab that. But here's what I want you to see. And I got to tell you something. This might be one of the coolest demonstrations I get to do on live television on any product. You see what's happening there? You want to talk about all of the features and benefits of a product in one demonstration. There it is. Doesn't stain, doesn't rust. It resists all kinds of wear and tear. And you want to talk about food not sticking? There's nothing holding that tomato to the board, which I find really, really cool. Now have a look here. And again, we're on that non-sticking. That's what I'm talking about. And because we don't take all the divots out of the side of the knife, you don't need a cleaver to do nice big jobs like this. So if you ever feel the need to hack up a pineapple, that's going to be the one that you go for. Now, I'm just going to take 2 seconds and clear this off the board because, you know what, maybe you don't air cut tomatoes and maybe you don't angrily hack up pineapples. So let's talk about real world usage. You know what, we've put a French tip on the end of these blades, which is the same angle that your wrist hits your hand with. So when you're using this for your prep work, you know exactly where that knife's going to go. A sharp knife is a safe knife. And when it comes to everyday use, if you've got something like this and you don't have the right blade or the right tool, you might as well use the back of the knife or a spoon. Because what happens is when you don't know exactly where that blade's going to go, that's when accidents can happen. And you can see this. That blade is simply falling right through the skin of that pepper. And that skin of the pepper can embarrass a knife that's $1,000. I've seen it happen. And these just fall through. And that's what I love. And that's what everybody loves about this knife set. Now that's our Santoku, knife #2.
That's knife #2. And remember, you're getting a total of 5. You know, as I watch you especially slice the peppers, there are often times when I'm trying a new recipe and it's a day off, so I can be really relaxed. I can put some music on and just kind of get into it. And I love when I'm in the kitchen and I'm reaching for a knife or there's a cutting board that I've got the very best, right? There's nothing like trying a new recipe or trying to prepare a meal and you go reach for that knife and it's not sharp,
right,
or it's inferior. It's not the same experience. I love that you're going to feel amazing. You're going to really be inspired when you get in the kitchen and you reach for your sharp knives. If you'd like to have them, let us know. They are a customer pick. We have all 3 choices available for you. You're looking at $5 on a major credit card. What a great, wonderful Christmas gift. We can guarantee delivery by Christmas, so don't be shy about ordering with us today. We have 5 or more flex pay on everything throughout the day, and if you love fish, did you just see that? I wish we could rewind the tape.
That's why I made 2 here, because I wanted everybody to, I usually call this my phone a friend demo. Listen, the demonstration that I just showed you, and I'll show you again, is usually reserved for a knife with a special type of stainless steel, a big flex on it, high price tag, all right? The fact that you're getting a knife in your set that's capable of cuts like this with this kind of precision, and by the way, a little added bonus, ceramic doesn't carry odors. So when you're working with things like garlic, fish, anything like that, when you give that a wipe, that odor is as gone as gone's gonna get.
What about
stains?
stains?
You gotta love
what
that.
About any type of stains?
It resists stains, it resists scratching, it resists rust, wear, and tear. There's a reason that people spend $100 and more for ceramic knives, and that's why. So we give you all the benefits without all the things that people don't like, including the inability to sharpen them. Now, I'm gonna show you this real quick, okay? We have the coolest little sharpener for you, fit anywhere, perfect size for drawers. If you got a little small space, this is terrific. The handle pops right out, and of course, this is from Cuisinart. Pops out when you don't have fishy fingers. The handle pops out, and the guard pops up. Now, what we've done is we've given you 3 of the most popular sharpening technologies you're gonna find. The first one is that tungsten carbide blade. This is beautiful. It's called our coarse blade, so if you've got those knives that have just seen better days, that's where you're gonna head first. Your medium ones here for, knives that are just kind of on that edge of losing their edge, and when you're using a brand new knife, go ahead and use that fine ceramic stone, and every time you use this blade, you're gonna get that experience of it coming right out of the box. That's the beauty, again, of ceramic over stainless steel. You get all the benefits of both.
That's great.
And you don't have to worry about all the drawbacks of either, which is beautiful.
If you would like to have the knife sharpener, it's $19.95, and your item number is 616-493. It's a customer pick. That's a nice gift.
Nice, beautiful.
Yeah, because you know what? Even if you don't buy the knives that we have here, you've got
put on all your knives.
You got knives at home,
exactly,
and so
yeah.
you can make them. You can make them like new by getting that knife sharpener. So ask about that. Hey, notice how many people have ordered our Cuisinart knives.
Absolutely.
Over 27,000 of you have ordered. There are 3 choices. So we have the white choice, which is called marbled. We have the black choice, which is called speckled. So this is speckled, this is marbled, and then the pretty pastel colors, that choice is called the farmhouse choice, if you'd like to have it.
Now, why did we curate these knives in that set for you? Because we wanted to make sure that these knives that you had are gonna do the job for all of these great little holiday things you're putting together and year round. And you're gonna notice here, with one knife, I've given you 3 perfect cuts. I've given you cuts on the tomato, and again, if you ever wonder why everybody goes with a tomato to kind of demonstrate how good of a quality a knife is, especially a blade out of a box, well, that's because the skin of a pineapple, or sorry, the skin of a tomato is one of those ones that can grab a knife that's got a little bit of burr on it, or it's not holding it edge, and that's when you have to give it that force. Now look at this, that same knife, I'm gonna give you picture, and I mean cookbook picture perfect slices of that soft mozzarella. Let me put that on there, and then if you look right to my left, this knife has an herb curve, so I don't need a mezzaluna to do things like my fresh basil. It's got that rocking action back and forth. So let me go ahead and move that over there as well, and we'll just finish that dish off. And look at that, the right tools make the job easy.
Yes.
I was listening to Marion and Greg, and they were saying the same thing, and they're so right. The right tools in the kitchen,
you know what,
I'm
telling you, it makes a difference in how you feel. You know how you've heard some people say, well, I don't like to cook. Oftentimes it's because you just don't have the right tools, or your tools are working against you and you're struggling with them. Having something like really nice sharp knives, especially ones that you need, you go in there, whether it's slicing a tomato or slicing your grapes or your vegetables, it makes such a huge difference. Read the reviews. Customers that have purchased this love this. I think you're gonna love it as well. Take advantage of our 5 FlexPay all the way through midnight. Remember, all of you can use FlexPay. Just use any major credit card or debit card or PayPal, and we still give you our wonderful holiday return policy. You'll have until the end of January to get a full refund. But everything, including the knives, we can guarantee delivery by Christmas. Mark it is gonna stick around, and we're gonna be talking about HotLogix, this oven. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to see it. It's coming up right after this.
Love it.
Thing I love about shopping at HSN for the holidays?
Oh, that one's easy. FlexPay.
FlexPay is like Santa's little helper.
It allows me to get everything on my gift list and make monthly payments with no interest or fees.
Even if you're on the naughty list.
I got a gaming system for my nephew, a pair of funky boots for my sister,
And a little something just for me.
FlexPay allows me to be the best gift giver I can be
without the worries of paying for all of my holiday shopping at once.
Beat that layaway.
Welcome to Generation Wow. For over 75 years, HP has been the leader in innovation, pioneering technology through cutting-edge products and forward-thinking solutions. HP makes life better for everyone, everywhere. From laptops and desktops to monitors and printers, the visionaries at HP create experiences that amaze. Let their experts help you reinvent how you work, play, and live. HP and HSN. Keep reinventing. Only on HSN.
Well, it's so cold outside, and we are all looking for a way to be able to eat hot foods, especially for lunch. And we're just a few short weeks away from the new year, which means many of us, including myself, we're going to be changing up our diet just a little bit. Well, we have the perfect solution for you to be able to eat hot foods wherever you want. What about a portable oven that you can give as a gift? Well, this is a huge customer pick. I beg you to read the reviews on this. It's from HotLogix. It is a mini personal portable oven. I know that's a mouthful, and I know they have these pretty fancy colors, but it really is a portable oven. I wanna go over the colors for you. We're offering this to you as a wonderful, terrific last minute gift that we can guarantee delivery by Christmas. Here are your choices. You've got your black, you have purple, and then you have this fun kiwi green. We have red, we have blue, we have a hot pink, and then we also have it available for you in the orange. Everything today is on 5 flexible payments. This is $7 on any major credit card to be able to get this at home. And you know who sold me on this?
Our number
Shannon
one fan.
Smith.
Our number one fan.
If you talk to Shannon Smith and you ask her about the one product that she is like crazy in love over, it is the HotLogix. I think she sold them to a lot of people, and she sold me as well. If you've never seen it, why do you love it?
Well, listen, I'm talking to every teacher, Uber driver, cab driver, anybody who eats lunch, not because I'm about to show you a baked ziti in an insulated lunchbox. There's nothing, particularly exciting about that until I tell you that I didn't carry it in this, I didn't heat it in this, I didn't reheat it in this, I cooked it in this at my desk while I was working, or maybe at the campsite, or maybe even in the car while I'm on the way to the campsite. Let me explain. What you've got from HotLogix is an insulated lunchbox, essentially, all right? Everything's very cool in there, but at the bottom, there's something very special. There's a patented induction heating plate, factory set to 165 degrees. There's no buttons, bells, whistles, knobs, or know-how required. Once you turn this on and plug it in, there's a plug in the back that I'll show you just in a second, you start the most incredible heating process that you've ever seen. What happens is any flat bottom surface like you see we've got here, whether it's glass, tin, paper, makes no difference, sits right on that induction plate. Now, I'm gonna show you exactly how we did what we did here. All you're gonna do at home, instead of making your sandwich, instead of waiting in line at the microwave, who knows how often that gets cleaned, and by the way, don't get me started on what microwave does do to your food. Remember, you're not just heating in this, you're cooking in this, and the reason that we set this to the temperature that we did for you is because that will cook proteins. If you wanted to add chicken to this, if you wanted to add beef to this, and I mean from raw, this will cook it. All you need to do is put the lid on, you zip up the container, and then when you get to where you're going, whether it's work, whether it's in the car, if you've got one of those little adapters in there, watch this, there's a plug in the back. Anywhere you have an outlet, you're cooking. So I gotta say this again, if you're an Uber driver, if you're a teacher, if you're anybody that can't stand the lunch delivery thing, the fact that you're eating meals that maybe you wouldn't normally eat if you had the time to make them on your own.
Money,
and
right?
you wanna save money.
In calories. Eating out not only is not great for your waistline, it's expensive to eat out every single day.
Exactly.
And with this, whether it's leftovers or something that you want to make fresh, or something that you buy from the freezer section in your supermarket that's in one of those kind of boxes, you can put it right in here and it will warm it. It will cook it. 30 to 40 minutes, 1 to 2 hours, or over 24 hours. So
exactly. Well, that's because, and I hate to interrupt there, but it will not overcook.
Yes.
It'll hold that temperature.
Isn't that amazing? And so you understand why we love it so much, and I really want you to read the reviews on this. If you're like me and you're thinking, okay, I've got to get it back in control, right? You got to rein it back in, right? This is a great way to stay in control of your calories, to be able to eat healthy, wholesome foods instead of eating, you know, fast foods all the time. Look at how great this is.
Look at the steam. That beef is perfectly done, medium rare. That went in there raw. When you put that at your desk, plug it in, it'll take about 90 minutes to 2 hours from raw, and about 2 hours to 2.5 hours from frozen. So you didn't heat this up in a microwave. You didn't even bring this kind of warm from work or from home. You actually cooked this, I gotta say that again. You cooked it wherever you are. I gotta share this with you. We went camping all up in Arizona and in Colorado this summer in our fifth wheel. And whenever we would have like a day trip or an excursion, I spent, I think it was $9 on one of those little adapters that makes it work in a cigarette lighter. And we cooked in the truck all summer long. So instead of $50, $60, $70 every time we had to feed people, we went ahead and just, you know, saved ourselves a fortune and had hot, fresh meals all the way along. Now have a look at this. Anything with a flat bottom, anything at all, any container. Now I want you to see this because this is really special. This is fresh salmon with some of those vegetable noodles that we put in about maybe 60 minutes ago, and I want you to see this. It's steaming, it's hot, it's fresh. Are you a salmon fan? I can never remember.
I am indeed.
Okay, so you've got to try this. Okay. Imagine instead of nuking the bejesus out of whatever it is you brought for lunch, to be able to take that fresh piece of fish, fresh piece of salmon, fresh piece of chicken, fresh piece of steak, and create meals just like you would create at home, but at your desk. Super efficient, no knobs or dials, and no timers. This cooks it, holds it until you're ready to eat. So if you're in one of those positions or jobs where, you know, lunchtime's kind of a suggestion. Maybe it's 15 minutes here, maybe it's 15 minutes there. Maybe you just get to eat whenever. Isn't it nice to know that your meal, no matter what it is hot, fresh, and ready at your desk?
I tell you, I would every night just take something out, you know, out of your freezer, and then pop it in your refrigerator, and then in the morning, just pop it in here, and 2 to 3 hours later at work, you're gonna have a healthy meal. I only see one problem with this. Everybody in your office is gonna ask for one. When you bring out wholesome, healthy meals like this that are homemade, like everybody will comment about it, right?
Exactly, and have a look at this. Taking the simplest meals, like the mac and cheese that's left over from last night and maybe a couple of those burgers you like from the freezer. Now you've got a fresh bun with fresh burger meat. You've got hot and steamy mac and cheese. I mean, it really is very cool. So what I'm gonna do here is I just want you to come over here and have a look, because if you're asking yourself, what kind of containers can I cook with this? Anything with a flat bottom, whether it's glass, whether it's plastic, whether it's a large container or a small container, if it fits into Hot Logic, you can cook in it if it has a flat bottom. And that is just one of the coolest darn things you've ever seen.
Let me give you the measurements for the Hot Logics, okay? It's 9.5 inches long, and then it's 7.5 inches wide, okay? 9.5 inches from left to right, and then from top to bottom, it's going to be 7.5 inches wide, and then it's 3.5 inches deep, 45 watts of power on this one. You get the case, you get the portable oven, and it also says it comes with 10 recipes. Remember the colors. You've got black, blue, red. There is a kiwi green, there is an orange, there's a hot pink, and then there's a purple. So there's virtually every color here.
Love it.
I love it because it's gonna save you money and it will allow you to be able to eat wholesome meals on the go. Like literally in your car if you have an adapter, at work. I mean, wherever you can plug something in, you're all set.
Now, I'm not sure if you saw what I did here when we were chatting. This is one of those frozen freezer convenience meals that we'll take to a microwave and throw it in there to the point where it's not recognizable and certainly nobody wants to eat it, all right? Well, you know what? Some of those aren't that bad when you heat them up properly. And you don't even have to take these out of the box. You can leave them right in the box that they came in the freezer. Pack it in your Hot Logic on the way to work. As soon as you get there, plug it in. You don't have to take it out of the package. And when you're ready to eat, it's ready. And these frozen dinners, when you heat them and cook them up the right way, are fantastic. Now, if you have a party to go to, this is really cool. I love this. So what we've done in here is we've done a couple of dips. Now, this is one of these great items that are, you know, fun to bring to a party and then just leave behind for your host. So here's a couple of dips with the chips that we have. And what's neat about this is once you get there, instead of having to search around for an oven space and hopefully room to heat things up, when you get there, watch this, I'm gonna dig the fork in here. It's already hot, it's already fantastic. And no, you don't have to ask your host for a hot plate because one actually comes with it. Do you see that? You can set this out and you can put the dips on top of it and keep them warm on its own. That pops right out of the Hot Logic. So listen, for a gift, especially if you know somebody that loves to entertain, this is terrific.
No, without a doubt. How do we clean it? We just wipe it off with?
As long as you don't spill anything inside it, it doesn't need to be cleaned. Outside of that, the outside container will go in the washing machine, washer and dryer, or just give it a nice wipe.
Or just take a cloth.
Or just a cloth on the inside to the cooking plate. So remember what's happening here. This is not just an insulated lunchbox. I think we'd all be bored by now. This is an insulated lunchbox that cooks. So hey, listen, next time you're tailgating, instead of that big barbecue, let's do some bratwurst with some peppers and some onions. Now I can do hot dogs, just like they do with those big box stores. You know, they've got them in that nice seasoned water with the salt and pepper. So next time you want to go do something tailgating, you don't need all the equipment, you don't need all the fancy stuff. And if you've got kids in the summertime that you're just trying to feed quick, these are hot and ready to go because not only does it cook it, not only does it hold it at the right temperature, but it will not overcook it and it can't dry your food out. So again, if you're tired of that whole process at lunchtime or whenever it's time to eat, you got to think ahead. What am I going to buy? Where am I going to order it? Am I going to stand in line for that microwave? Did Sally take it out of the fridge on me again? Right? This is at your desk. Wherever you've got an outlet, you're cooking fresh meals.
So, you know, I love the point that you made because oftentimes, I remember before I started working at HSN, I used to work at a marketing firm in Miami, and we would get busy. So there were times where I would schedule to have lunch maybe around 12:30.
Right.
But I had meetings or other things, you know, had my attention. And so oftentimes you're at work, you can't eat at a specific time, right?
Right.
You never have to worry about this. Even if you have this plugged in your desk, remember, it's not gonna overcook it. Somebody's not gonna try to find you and say, oh my gosh, something has gone wrong with your Hot Logics. Because it's nice and sealed in the inside, you don't even have to have worry about the aroma interrupting others around you. And I also love the zipper part because if you're traveling with your food and you're gonna take this with you, which you will do, you don't have to worry about anything spilling. It's a great value. People who buy this love it. And I really think that you're going to be in the winning seat. If you're trying to watch your diet and watch what you eat, control your calories, spend far less money on lunch and eating out, this is going to be perfect for you because you literally can have a portable oven anywhere you can plug the cord into an outlet. So it makes for a great gift. It's $7 on a credit card. We have all the beautiful colors. We've got your core colors like your red, your black, and your blue, and then we've got some fun pops of color, like pink and orange and kiwi green and purple. So I think it's wonderful. It's convenient, you know?
Is it ever convenient? And have a look at that. There's another one of those great ideas with the lunchbox, you know, and instead of needing that microwave, because what happens when you put it in a microwave? That's hot, that's cold, that used to be food. I don't know what that is.
It gets chewy,
this cooks
it gets hard.
Before you go to bed at night, we did this when we were camping all summer long. This is an omelet, and here's some of those overnight, like oats. Just go ahead and put those in there and leave them overnight. When you wake up, breakfast is ready. If you're more of a convenience food person, you don't have to cook from fresh. Have a look here. We've got a dessert cookie we've baked in here. That's fun. Remember, that induction plate is set to 165. You never have to worry about it. Over here, we have all the kids' favorites, all of your frozen convenience foods in the package, so there's no mess. And remember, it's not a rubbery goop like it comes out of the microwave. It is perfect, hot, steamy, and burning the holy whatever's out of my fingers right now. Because that's the real deal, you guys. And here's the #1 most reheated food in America right here. And you want to have the best reheated pizza ever? Try it in your Hot Logic. Remember, all you need is a flat bottom. Even tin foil is going to do the best job. The crust is crispy again, and the cheese is melted and it's perfect. So let me walk back. The chimichangas, the baking of the cookies, those frozen convenience foods, overnight breakfast, we're tailgating, we're entertaining at a party. We've got our lunch taken care of again, Uber drivers, teachers. If you eat when you can, this cooks your meal and then holds it for you until you're ready. That is so cool. If you want to cook from fresh, frozen, pasta, meat, steak, chicken, the choices are endless. You're gonna love this.
If you'd like to own it, let us know. Hop on in there. I think they're wonderful. Please read the reviews, but remember, everything all day on 5 flexible payments, and we can guarantee delivery. If you're looking for those wonderful last-minute holiday gifts, let us do all the hard work for you. If you'd like to have our portable oven that we call Hot Logics, just let us know. If you haven't had a chance to shop, we wanna give you a look at our today's special from Wolfgang Puck. This happens to be the 2-pack of our adjustable stainless steel spice mills. We only offer this as a today's special once a year. Aren't they beautiful? That's the copper color that you're looking at. You're going to get the set of 2, and they also come with 2 gift boxes. So we say bow and go. Your choices in colors are red, silver. We have a metallic pink. We have a rose gold. The rose gold is the one to your right. We have a copper choice, and then we have the blue, and our today's special price is $24.95, or 5 credit card payments of $4.99. Buy more than one, as you won't see this offer again until next year. And again, it's an expiring offer that goes away tonight at midnight. Well, I am Marlo, and I am here with Mark Gill, and we're accustomed to Mark presenting to us Cuisinart knives, but he stepped it up for this presentation.
Yes,
because this is a chance to own a Cuisinart electric knife that comes along with a carving board and a storage tray. You must be delighted to know that this is a customer pick already.
I love this product so much. It was almost like a throwback to my childhood days when Dad had an electric knife, and then I started using it, and I'm like, this is for everybody. So the first thing I want you to do when you get this, I want you to run, don't walk, to the bread section. There is nothing more satisfying than cutting fresh loaves of bread with your electric knife. And remember, this is Cuisinart. That means that you're going to expect way more out of this knife than you've expected out of electric knives in the past or even thought of. The kind of control you're going to get and the kind of blade that we're talking about is indicative of everything that they do. Listen, this blade is so sharp, the crumbs don't even fall off the bread. And let me tell you why, okay? Because that's what's cool about this. Now, an electric knife, basically the whole premise behind it is you have 2 blades that oscillate back and forth, taking a serrated blade and turning it into a flat blade. It's basically touch and cut technology, all right? So let me take you a tour on the knife. Now, you've got an on-off switch right there, which does nothing until you engage the safety switch. So moms and dads, that's really good to know. Once I've done the unlock, then I can go ahead and pull that trigger. I've got blade releases on either side, so when I'm done, these pop right out, and the blades come apart. Now, they're stainless steel, they're easy to care for, they're really easy to clean. If you want to talk about a knife that's easy to clean, this is right up there. They go back together when you're done, and they slide right into place. Now, you're going to get the fork with this, you're going to get the cutting board, and I want to remind everybody, Dad loved the electric knife, not because he wanted to sit there and carve turkeys and hams, but because he got to play with a power tool in the kitchen. For me, it's the great equalizer. It takes this chef coat and it puts it on everybody, because all this is touch and cut technology. And if you're thinking to yourself that you can't get razor thin slices out of an electric knife, I got to tell you, my friends, you have not tried Cuisinart's electric knife. So when you've got the holidays coming up and you've got that turkey, ham, lamb, whatever your big protein is, go ahead and trust this. There's no sawing, there's no strength required, there's no skill required. here. Touch and cut technology. Thick slices, thin slices, or right down the middle. It's entirely up to you. This blade, and I'm going to tell you why in a second, is going to outperform any electric knife you've not only ever tried, but even heard of, because this is Cuisinart.
Well, if you'd like to buy, I think it's a great gift. Right? I mean, you know, for the person that's hard to buy for. I mean, I don't own an electric knife, but I think maybe there might be someone in your life who doesn't either. Cool gift to give to them. I came over here because I wanted you to see exactly what we're going to be giving you. So this is the handle that Mark was using. It actually comes on the station. So everything is going to be housed here, but then underneath, there is that board that we were talking about.
Bamboo, by the way.
Yeah. So you're going to get that carving board, and you can keep it just like so if you want to, or you can, you know, kind of store it any way you'd like in your home. But you're getting all of this for $10 on any major credit card, and it's a customer pick, and it's a perfect
people love it.
last-minute gift, and we can guarantee delivery by Christmas if you're buying it. I think it's great. If you're entertaining it all for Christmas, imagine that guy or gal in your family like Mark that's going to stand there, maybe for the turkey or for the lamb or for the ham or whatever. They'll feel so good, and they'll perfect it with something like this.
And you can tell them what makes their new knife so special, or if it's for you, listen up real close, because this is the difference. Have a look at that blade. I want you to think back to grandma, grandpa's, dad's, mom's electric knife. It was a very thin, maybe 3/4 inch high blade. It was very flimsy. This is our hybrid blade. It looks a lot more like a chef's knife, all right? And I don't have to have a second knife for all of my jobs. Now, the reason that this knife is so special, you're looking at 130 watts of power. That's 30% more of any electric knife available here at Live Shopping, and that's about up to twice as powerful as any knife you're going to find on the market. That's why I say this is not your grandfather's electric knife. This is your foodie's electric knife. So when you want to create some incredible looking cuts like this, maybe for your next brunch or luncheon, that's very cool. The knife is going to glide right through it. There's no strength required on your part. In fact, let's have a look here, okay? Let's go from something pretty difficult to something pretty soft. You want to talk about being able to show you what makes this knife so special, what makes the cut so special. Remember, those oscillating blades take a serrated knife and turn it into a flat knife. And it's just simple touch and cut technology. And what that means is I don't saw, I don't rock back and forth, I don't squish, I don't nothing. All I do is touch it, and I'm getting cookbook picture perfect recipes every time. Now, you want to really talk about strength. You know, we all know what's in the middle of an avocado, and a lot of times we'll take it, we'll smack it, and we'll run the blade around. Well, I want you to watch this. This is an electric knife going through the pit of an avocado, and that is about as special as it gets. So now instead of running that knife around your hand, now you can go ahead. Did we all see that just happen?
Yeah.
My blade is nowhere near me, and now I can go ahead and take care of that. And one more fun one before we move on to the cut of the day here. This is really kind of neat. If you want to, we're kind of running out of space here. If you want a neat trick, next time you're doing a nice big salad, instead of taking these cherry tomatoes and cutting them all individually, go ahead, put one plate on top of the other, and take that electric knife and just let it do the work. It'll just slip right on through. I'm not sawing. If you've got any carpal tunnel issues or wrist strength problems, look at that. Perfectly cut tomatoes every single time. So yes, you're going to do your proteins, and yes, you're going to do your bread, but boy howdy, are you going to have some fun with this.
All right.
But let's go back to the meat.
Real quick, your options are going to be in the black choice or the red choice, so just let us know which one is your favorite, and don't miss your chance. Let's go to this.
Let's do it.
Right? Because this is an expensive cut of meat here.
This is an expensive cut of meat, more than the knife cost actually. So we got our ribs there, nice and cut for Grandpa. That's his bit. And here, trust everything you're going to cook this holiday season, next holiday season, as much cooking as you're ever going to do. This is Cuisinart. You're going to have this in your kitchen as a terrific tool for as long as you're going to enjoy cooking. Isn't that beautiful?
But with this electric knife, it makes it look so easy.
Right.
You had me with the avocados, because I'm always trying to make my avocados look like Pinterest ready. Mine never do, and like with that, it's such a nice clean cut that I'm like, hey, now I can actually make it look the way that they make it look. If you'd like to have it, just ask about it. You can place your orders online at our website or call our toll-free 800 number. Treat yourself. You know, we've been talking quite a bit about Christmas and Christmas gifts, but maybe this is something that is useful. You mentioned carpal tunnel. There are so many of us that do have dexterity issues or don't have as much strength, and this would really make things so much easier for you.
Absolutely. Now, remember I talked about the great equalizer. Well, this is one of those cuts that, you know what, you play around with and you learn how to do with a sharp knife, but with an electric knife, everybody can do it. And if that was a little bit too thick, we talk about filleting the fillet. You can make slices as thick or as thin as you want to make them. So if you want to have some fun butterflying chicken, pork, roasts, anything like that, you're going to be able to get these chef quality cuts right out of the box with no training, no fancy coat, no years in the chefing school. You're just going to be able to touch and cut. Everything you use this knife on is just a pleasure to work with, including my favorite, sandwiches. Are you a fan of sandwiches?
Yes.
Okay, hang tight, because I got a special sandwich for you. All right? This is one of my favorite sandwiches ever. It's made out of ice cream. So I want you to watch this. This is really cool.
You know what I'm envisioning, like this huge sandwich.
That's coming. So remember, 130 watts of power means that you've now got options to do dishes that maybe you weren't doing before. Next time you've got one of the kids' parties, you've got everybody over, go ahead and grab your favorite pint of ice cream. Doesn't matter how frozen that's going to be. Go ahead and let that, cut the bottom off, and then just cut discs out and watch what you're going to do. You're going to take one cookie, a little bit of ice cream, second cookie, and then you're going to grab that and give it a little bit of a twirl, and you've made fresh ice cream sandwiches right out of the freezer. Isn't that hot dog? That's another demo. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, it's
perfect
great
for sharing, you guys.
All right.
This
They're
is a
telling
fun
me
tool.
we've got a minute remaining in this show.
Oh my goodness. Well, let me show you here. I'm gonna let me bring this over here. I'll bring this to you. This is what I want you to see. Okay. Now this is I'm gonna grab this one because I would rather run ice cream through there. This is what I want you to see. This sandwich has everything in it. It's got the fresh vegetables, it's got the bread, it's got the meat, it's got the lettuce, and what it's got is a knife that's going to give you those incredibly perfect cuts every single time. So if you're doing a turkey this Christmas, you don't have to worry about the skin snapping. If you're doing that perfect sandwich for Super Bowl party and you don't even want the crumbs to fall off, that's what we're talking about, you guys. And remember, from Cuisinart.
Mark, thank you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you.
And you.
I want to thank all of you for shopping. I hope that you've enjoyed this wonderful show of last-minute gift ideas. I want you to stay tuned because Adrienne and Lynn are coming up with an amazing beauty show. I'll see you on Friday. Thanks for shopping, everybody.